What is going on, guys? How are we all doing? It has been some time. It has been some time since I've actually sat down and recorded the review. But we are back today with another review. I know. We're here today. We're having a look at the Nudge, the 22mm RDA. It is an old RDA. I do know that. The reason why I'm reviewing is because I've recently got it and I've absolutely fell in love with it, to be honest with you. So I thought I'd pay it a little bit of a homage, if you like, and do a little review. So yeah, this is the Nudge 22mm RDA. It is by Wotofo. It is by Suck My Mod. I've completely cut out the unboxing side of it. This is the box that it comes in. If it wants to focus, yeah, it'll focus. It's quite a cool little box, to be fair. Comes with all the usual stuff that you would expect it to come with. But do you know what I mean? It's no point looking at a box, man. So yeah, the Nudge 22mm rda. See us all back in just a little minute. Bye. So the Nudge, it is a little 22mm RDA. It's got a little bit of a weird look to it, but it's not ugly, but it's not handsome. It's just got an odd little look to it. You've got Nudge branded on the bottom there. You've got a nice big concave in there and a couple more little inlets. You've got a drip tip, which seems well too big for it, but you know, it is a small dripper, do you know what I mean? And I don't really like the smaller drippers, so I can get on board with that. You have two airflow slots on either side of the barrel. And it does come with a different bell cap, which has got a smaller airflow inlet, and will give you a more restricted pull on your vape. On the back, you've got the Nudge logo there. You've got Suck My Mod's logo, you've got Wotofo's logo, and all the other things that you would expect. You have a squonk pin pre-installed into the device. I'm just going to have a little screw onto this, and we will have a little look at the inside of the bell cap. So the inside of the bell cap, there's not an awful lot of doming, but it does give pretty good flavour, because we all know doming on a bell cap really does give you better flavour. It is really clean. It is one piece of metal. It is pretty nice. It's not a heavy little dripper top cap at all. I'm in two minds on the little silver cutout on the actual airflow. I like it some days, and then some days I don't like it, and then some days I do like it for a little bit, and then some days I don't like it at all. It really does depend. Let us know what you think on that, because I do think it is a little bit odd. Just like, make it red, or like, don't. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit odd. It is a little bit odd. Let's have a little look at the deck, the actual deck on this device. So we've got a 4-post clamper kind of system that you can only run this in with the coil in, with it going from here to over here, or you can run it from going from here to over here. You've got quite a deep juice reservoir going on there. You've got loads of fingerprints, but I have been using this quite heavily as of late. I've been using this quite heavily. You've got this side here being your positive, because you've got a peak insulator there. This side being your negative, and you do have a little bit of insulation on the airflow side of your positive side. Two O-rings just on the base there, just to keep everything in place. And that is pretty much everything with this device. It is time to throw a little build on it, and then I'm going to wick it, and I'm going to let you know how it all works. So see you in just a little second. So in this coiling part of the video, we are going to be using the Wotofo coils. They are pretty nice, actually, to be honest. Now I'm looking at them through this, and it's quite clearer than what my eye actually is. They seem like pretty nice coils. I'm not sure exactly what they are. They're definitely tricol something. But yeah, we're going to be using these coils that come with the actual dripper. So slowly slip away. So flip my switch, I'm moving on. Think I'm pressed by God, two senses, one by one. Don't turn me in, not and call me a pole. I'll turn
it crying shame. You can turn your face away. All the pain, life is life, doesn't bring you back today. Mind yourself. Mind yourself.
Welcome back up top, guys. Welcome back up top indeed. So, what can I say about the Nudge 22mm rda? We'll start away with the build quality. It's solid. It's a really well bit of machining. Really got good machining on it. It is a solid piece of kit. It is a little bit small, but like it's a 22mm rda. Do you know what I mean? What you'd expect? Of course, it's gonna be small. But like with it being small, there is a little bit of a heat issue that comes on sometimes with bigger coils. But we'll talk about that a bit later on, won't we? We'll talk about that a bit later on. Build quality solid. Got no issues with it at all like that. The build quality is absolutely solid. I've had no issues with it. Everything fits together nicely. It's got good resistances. The tolerance on actually twisting the airflow controller and stuff like that. It's absolutely flawless, to be fair. The look of it, it's a weird one because it's not ugly RDA, but it's not like a pretty handsome little RDA either. It's got really nice parts about it, parts that I really like. I do like the beveling and stuff like that, but do you know what I mean? It's just a little bit weird, innit? But the flavour that this little thing produces, it is absolutely fantastic, to be honest with you. It is, as I say, it's a little 22mm rda. The coils that I come with, they're 0.25 ohm, something nice coils. They are pretty nice, but the 2.25, we've got to run at 70 watts. The flavour that this produces, the tolerance that this vape produces, it's proper satisfying. It does come with a different belt cap, which is a little bit of a smaller version of it in terms of the airflow that comes in. You get much more of a restrictive draw. It's a little bit warmer. You need to run a little bit lower wattage, but flavour's there or thereabouts the same. Little bit better, not massively, but just a little bit better on the other one. But I do prefer this bigger one, to be fair. What else can I say? Build quality, done that. Flavour, talked about that. Pros and cons, yeah, loads of pros. There's loads of pros. There's only one, like, little bit of a con. There's two. One's a proper niggly one, and I did mention it earlier on in the video in the flip side down thing. Yeah, we're in the upside down flip tap, upside down flippy top thing. But which is this? It is the little bit of a beveling on the airflow. Like, I do like it, and then I don't like it, and then I do like it, and then I don't like it. So it is a proper little nitpicky. I think overall, I don't know, I've changed my mind on it again. Yeah. The only other little nitpicky thing as well, there's not actually any cons I don't find with this little dripper, but the only other nitpicky thing that I found is that, like, you can fit big coils on it ish, relatively. It does get hot like that, but there's very little space for the juice to flow about, and that it is super easy to over drip or over squonk, and like it floods out the tank. You get a little bit of a spit back, and that pisses me off from time to time. Obviously that's a user error, but like, you can't throw an awful lot of liquid down there, do you know what I mean? But it does plough through liquid, so just learn how to vape, Bobo. You've been doing it long enough. But pros, the build deck is really easy to build on. It's a like cross polarity kind of configuration. You've got to use like the left and the right one with like a straight kind of thing that I'm not explaining. I'll put a picture up, you know what I mean. It's super easy to build. It is, you just give it a little push down on there and it's good to go. Center it out. It is super easy to wick. Just cut off the ends, just fold it in. It's not a hard dripper to wick at all. Flavour for days. It does get a little bit hot when you've got a little bit of a bigger coil in there. I know there's space for a bigger coil, but it does get hot, so like, use it at your own risk, do you know what I mean? Your lip burn a little bit. The drip tip's a little bit weird on it. I said it on the up, down and personal as well. It's a little bit of a chunk in it, you know what I mean? Like for a dripper that small, I'd put a smaller dripper on there. Either like a more low profile, like shorter one, or a more narrow, like a 510, or like not a 510, but like a tall, narrow one. The drip tip's a little bit of a chunk in it, you know what I mean? It's either put like a shorter, stubbier one, or like a more narrow, slimmer kind of thing on there, because like the drip tip's nearly as big as the RDA, and that's like a bit nuts, innit? Down together. It's not that much difference, man. It's not that much difference. But overall, as I did say in the beginning of my video, I really, really like this RDA. It's been really nice to use. It's been really nice to do everything with. The flavour is absolutely phenomenal. I use this dripper a lot to test out new flavours and stuff like that when I have flavours. When I have a little bit of a mixing session, it's a really clean, easy to use dripper. Happy days. You can get them fairly cheap these days. So if you can get one, go and get yourself one. It is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to give it like I'm going to give it 9.5 out of 10. There's not actually any cons with it. There's a couple of nitpicky things that piss me off about it, but there's not actually any cons. So it's going to get a 9.5 out of 10. It's an absolutely flawless little dripper, and I am probably going to pick up another couple of them. So yeah, Matt from Suck My Mod, Wotofo, nice one. Thank you very much. Oh, it's been a while since I put up a video on it. It's been a while since the last time I put a video up on this channel, and in that time, we as a little community, as the Vapories little community, we've hit over 100,000 views on this channel, and in the last like week or two, we've hit over 1,000 subscribers as well. Thank you very much, man. Like, it's proper humbling, you know what I mean? Like, I know I've been up and down from reviewing a lot recently, but like, vaping's literally my job. Like, I started this channel to promote the shop. Been doing the shop for 2.5 years. I absolutely love my job. I love spending all my time with Annette. I love doing our own thing together, and I wouldn't change that at all. But when me job's all consuming, as anyone who's self-employed with a shop will tell you, it's your life. To then come home as well and do vape reviews as well, it is a bit of a challenge sometimes, which is why I've not done reviews. I do love you guys, millions and millions, but that's why I've not been about too much. You can catch me there enough every Wednesday over on Benny Vapes' YouTube channel, doing a live show on mixing with Benny and friends. I do really enjoy that. I do really enjoy hanging out with the lads on a Wednesday, and I do pop up from various little live shows from time to time as well. I have enjoyed doing this video, so I might try and do a couple more in the next coming week or two. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. It's been an absolute blast, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye for now. Flavour for days, man.